Yo, welcome to Nerds of the Core podcast, episode 23. You know, we're here to bring the AMVs to your ears and to your face, the anime, the movies, video games. I'm your host, the one and only, co-host Scorpion, and we're gonna get it on with some interesting. We're actually gonna start this one. This is a full podcast. I just want to let you know I'm bringing in heat today. Controversy, lawsuits, announcements, reveals, all that kind of stuff for this podcast. A lot of stuff. But one thing I definitely, and this is such a nerd, we're not going to get it on with anime real quick. We're going to actually get nerdy right now. You good?
Yeah, I was waiting for you. I was waiting for you to say
meditating.
something.
You ready for it? Did you see the news that we de-extincted something? An animal.
You mean the fake animals?
The fake animals?
Yeah.
What do you mean fake animals?
They're not.
They're not
100%.
fake. I mean, not 100%, but they're 99.99%.
It's like us with the monkeys.
Yeah, it's like they look like it. Genetically, they are it. It's like they're gonna grow like it. Like they are it. Like there's no other. Yes, they're not it exactly. But do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Yeah. The only reason I know is because one of the people I follow, she's a paleontologist, and she's like talking about it, like the science to it, and how they're kind of like lying to you. So her accounts and stuff got completely banned.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
What we're saying as what a video I saw from the ABC News, I think, or a news outlet. I can't remember which one. But yes, the dire wolves. It was actually a lab here in Dallas, which I think is crazy. I think it's awesome. I was like, whoa, yeah, DFW. But yeah, they de-extincted the dire wolf, which is what they did. They apparently they got the genetic code from a gray wolf, modified it, and I think my wife said that I told you. That's why I moved Teddy. Teddy, I saved your life.
My arm twitched. I had a muscle spasm there.
But they took gray wolf DNA and added it, I think, to a womb to a coyote.
I don't know.
Oh,
a
dog. It was a dog womb, I think, what they used. And the videos I saw were them tiny.
Yeah.
But then they showed bigger because they have a female now, and they're big dogs now. I mean, they're big wolves now.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, man, time has passed like crazy because I guess they wanted time to make sure it was successful to finally announce it.
Right. It's like when they were trying to make a liger.
Yeah. Well, they did make a liger.
What happened to it?
I don't know.
It went extinct.
Well, you can't. I mean, that's one. Yes, they de-extincted it, but for it to thrive in the new world, you need to have like thousands of them to be able to like bring it back from extinction entirely.
What went extinct?
A lot of things went extinct.
I know, but what's the thing in the Ice Age movies? The dodo bird? Is that what it's called?
The dodo bird? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's one of them.
It was so funny. I asked my wife, and she was like, I want to bring back the dodo bird just to eat it. Because apparently the dodo bird went extinct because we thought it tasted so delicious. It was such a delicacy that's why they went extinct because we ate it. So it's like, I told her, I was like, so you want to bring something back just to eat it?
Yeah, but you're just saying
You're
that
the problem.
we thought that it was delicious. Back then, a slug tasted good.
We don't know that.
That's what I'm saying.
Slug tastes good today. You just put some salt on it.
That's what I'm saying. But back then, they didn't have salt. They just straight up clunked it on the head and just.
It's just rock salt. You
That's
like shave that thing? Yes, it's the same thing.
No, that's not the same thing.
Yes, it is.
No.
Pink Himalayan salt is just a rock on a.
No, it is not. If I lick it, that's not salt.
It definitely is.
It is not.
You need to go lick some rocks.
Why would I go ahead and lick rocks?
But
I mean, lick rocks. There you go.
But yeah, they did that, and I think that's super cool. And then I had asked, it's like, what's the reason, or like, why do it? You know,
so they can hunt us later on.
So the biggest reason is because we took out
pandas.
What were the wording?
The megalodon.
The prime predator, or like the apex predator, and some ecosystems. Some ecosystems, but because of humanity, we took out the big one, and it allowed other, I guess, the food chain to then be disrupted, the ecosystem.
To adapt.
So we're just recreating them to put them back into the ecosystem. And I was like, that's interesting, but if direwolves haven't been around since the Stone Age, and we've already done more than what we have, it's like, wouldn't it already be a messed up ecosystem that they come into.
How big do they get? You
I
said Stone Age. What are they like?
They're old.
What animals were around there?
Your guess as good as mine. I mean, I probably could be like, oh yes, I knew that animal was during that
But
time,
it's
but
like, why are you making these animals? It's like, so
that's what I just said.
no, I know. Okay, but no, but I'm
To add the
like,
predator
it's just
back into the ecosystem,
yeah, but why?
just to keep it balanced. It's like
You say to keep it balanced, but then it's gonna get to a point where like, oh well, we need to get rid of them again.
but
But
like
it makes no sense to make something and then just like
we don't know. It's just to add it back into. But and then the next animal they plan on doing in 2028 is also probably like will take you off is the woolly mammoth.
that thing's been around since like forever, as in like in the process of being remade. HD remakes of old ones.
But
It's gonna be genetically enhanced to be fast as a cheetah.
another idea that my wife has said is that we might be leading into our next ice age in like thousands of years or whatever. Like it's leading towards that way. So she also thinks that maybe we are creating creatures and animals that will withstand that cold, and that we essentially have something to hunt in the long run. We bring it back from extinction.
I guess.
Good idea.
Is it?
In on paper, you know.
Yeah, on paper. Have you seen Jurassic Park?
I knew you were gonna bring this up. Yes, I was like,
at that point, why not just make T-Rexes like back if they can genetically modify something?
I mean, yeah, use the DNA from a chicken.
There you go.
That's I
They
think
literally
the
said,
closest thing. But I think that was such a crazy nerdy thing I wanted to talk about because I was just like, that's what we do. We nerd out. I was like, bringing dire wolves back from extinction is such an awesome thing. Also, that happened here in DFW. Proud.
weren't
You
dire
tell?
wolves used in Game of Thrones?
They were. Yeah,
Okay, so they're that big.
Ghost was Jon Snow's direwolf.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I think they all had a direwolf with them.
I think so. Yeah, they
But
were all given
Ghost was like all white with red eyes.
Yeah.
So let's get it on with some anime. Your two topics, because I have these one, is the first 3 episodes of Down for season 2 of premiere in theaters. It is The Evil Eye. And the dates, did you say they had dates?
The very bottom.
Oh, okay. It says Asia in May, US in June, and Europe in June as well. Are you excited for that?
Yeah, I'm actually like, ooh.
But do you want to go see it?
Probably, I'll be down to watch that instead of it being here's a compilation and then that. And I was like, I don't want to rewatch the whole season again.
So you're okay with it being like the first 3 episodes?
Yeah, or something new.
Okay.
Like,
just
like
not compilations.
Yeah, like how Jujutsu Kaisen has had zero.
Yeah.
Like that. Obviously, it was a prequel to the show, but again, it wasn't. Here's a compilation of season 1, and then here's like an episode for season 2. And no, it was just straight up a prequel to season 1, and it kind of gave you more characters that were introduced in the series.
Yeah.
I prefer something like that. Yeah. I don't want to rewatch the same thing because sometimes. I mean, I'm rewatching Your Lie in April, but I'm not. Once I'm done with an anime, that's pretty much it. I don't go to rewatch it unless.
No, I agree. It takes me years to rewatch something. I mean, I just rewatched the Goofy movie not too long ago, and it's been 30 years. No, not 30 years. It's been like, I give or take 15, maybe. Last time I saw it was the last time you saw it. That's my thought exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's been a long time. It takes me a long time to rewatch it. So, I mean, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So it's cool. I'm excited for Evil Eye. I'm just excited for Donna to come back.
Yeah.
I mean, I know where it's going, and because I'm reading it, I know where it's going. I know where it's going to lead to, and it's going to be such a good ride. Like I cannot wait for more of these characters to come in, the team to get bigger, and it's overall just such a good time. I just can't wait. And another thing that both me and you have on our list is about Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
Devil May Cry has season 2 already been announced. It's been, I think it was announced literally like a week or 2 weeks after the season dropped. And it was already like, yeah, here we go, season 2.
Did you see the comments on that video you sent me?
No.
Of the director talking about like how, oh, it's a little bit of this, the bad boys, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
And someone in the comments like, everything this guy just mentioned is completely wrong in the context of Devil May Cry. Like, he's never played the games or anything.
What do you mean in the context of the game?
Because, no, of the anime.
Oh, okay. Now I got you.
Yeah. And also people were saying it's like, episode 6.
Yes.
And people were like, yeah, once I hit episode 6, I stopped watching it.
whoa, that's
Yeah, and I'm
crazy.
like,
I
that's
was
insane
way
because that
more
was
hooked.
really
I was way more
because it
hooked.
changed the animation, and then you're going flip flop between these two
Hmm.
characters, and it's like, well, obviously one you already know who it is, and the other one's like, who's the kid?
Yeah, exactly.
And spoilers by the way if you haven't seen it. But the whole like
Alice in
and
Wonderland, like idea, going White Rabbit, like
mhm,
the whole thing.
like
it's like
all that, like their
connecting
motive,
dots.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, some of the comments were just like that, where like they were saying, oh, episode 6, dropped it after that because it's like they changed the animations. It's not even about Dante, and like I
Mhm.
don't care about this other character. Who cares about this? Blah blah blah. That's mostly um the what is it? The summary of their comments,
Yeah.
consensus. I don't know.
Well, like he said in that interview, he said that and every story is written in the eyes of the winner. Where in most blockbuster films, or even anime, we have this notion of like, oh, the bad guy is missing.
Mm-hmm.
But he sees it as the hero. The hero is written by who tells the story. So in the White Rabbit's eyes, he is the hero of his story, which he
Mm-hmm.
was. He was saving people from hell essentially,
Well,
and
he was
bring
saving demons from.
yeah, and then pulling them out and bringing them to Earth to hopefully have a better life. And
Mm-hmm.
what happens? They get gunned down. Like
Yeah.
it was crazy. Like it's such a good story, and like obviously how he ends up becoming who he is
Mm-hmm.
and things like that. I mean, it also like how the anime was so open and so crazy and so loud
Mm-hmm.
to bring it down
Yeah.
and have not like
Yeah.
three lines. I think he said in total
Mm-hmm.
in that episode. Insane.
Yeah. Like no dialogue, pretty
No
much.
dialogue at all, just all visual,
Just
change in
visual, the
animation.
music.
It's great. So good. It's probably my top favorite anime. Not top favorite episode of
Mm-hmm.
that anime. But which leads me to, like you were saying about those comments, that
Mm-hmm.
people are actually mad about DMC right now.
Yeah, because it's a um like I had mentioned,
Mhm.
they were like, this isn't Devil May Cry like
Yes.
Dante. It's
Mhm.
Devil May Cry. Who the heck cares about Lady?
Yeah, exactly. It's those two things. It's the story and it's Lady
Mm-hmm.
that people are so mad about.
I was like,
I'm a huge fan.
I don't even play the games, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and you were watching it with me.
Mm-hmm.
How much was I freaking out?
A lot,
I was freaking out a lot.
especially when they showed some of the characters from like the other games.
Exactly. I mean, every villain and some side characters were people from the games, the books
Mm-hmm.
or the games. Like you had to know. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
You know. That's funny. But yeah, I am a big fan of DMC, and I loved it
Mm-hmm.
because I went into the mentality of this isn't a carbon copy of the story.
Yeah.
But they did mention things. They did do their homework.
Yeah.
It's not like blatant. It was only Dante and Lady that were the only things that were a part of DMC. It's like no, it was all over the place, and the story. I mean, I've seen so many adaptations. It's not my first rodeo for bad video game adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was a really good adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
And Lady, I mean, I understand. I don't. I told you I haven't played 3 to its entirety.
Yeah.
But I assume Lady's thing, like people hated that she was so strong, that she can go toe to toe with Dante. Like two things. One,
The suit that she has.
she has a suit. Two, this is very, very young Dante, so he doesn't really know the full extent of his powers.
Mm-hmm.
And three, it just adds a complexity to her because who else is going to be on the team with Dante other than the best of the best?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like why are you guys so mad? It's like people are mad to be mad.
It's like you can't satisfy people. That's the issue, and
Yeah,
it's like it's great, it's good. Like, I honestly didn't really have no complaint besides the fact that it was only 8 episodes.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
literally it. It's like I want more. And that's
Yeah,
it.
we binged it in what 2 days maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, we wanted more. We finished it so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I love that we did, and now I want more. I'm excited for season 2.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they do it a full 12 episodes. Give us 4 more episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Like all this hate. I was like, gosh, dang, like what the heck, the dudes, like, chill out. Let me show you all these other even worse adaptations of things, and then let you appreciate that what this is. Like the anime looks great.
Yep.
The
The
music
animation.
great. Animation great. Characters great. I mean, story great. Villain great. Like, where are you finding this hate? You are hating to hate.
Also, the fact that people were like, it's like some people were like, "Oh, I got to like 2 episodes in, and then it's like the CG really threw it off for me." Again,
Ridiculous.
it's like some of the Senju Wu, Solo Leveling uses CG.
Yeah, I mean the shadows most of the time they were CG.
They're CG, and they're like peak
Peak cinema.
peak
Like
cinema.
I'm just like insane.
Did you also see, or I don't know if you wrote it down, but I saw something about that people are saying Dante's the new Gojo.
Yeah, and people are like Gojo. I mean, Dante
Dante's
was
better at
OG, is the pioneer of white hair,
protagonist.
protagonist. Like he's the goat of that genre.
And then it's like it's again this whole debate. It's like, oh, Gojo will mop the floor with him, and they're like, you don't even know Dante.
Yeah,
Also,
it's
he
like
didn't get locked up into a little cube, and that was it.
that's funny. But yeah, it's like just people don't know Dante. Like they don't. I mean, I've told you, literally DMC 1, 2, and 3 are all on the PS2, and which blew your mind.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, and then we had the
4 was on 3.
DMC version of it.
I thought 4 was on 3.
4 is on 3. I said 1, 2, and 3. I didn't say 4.
Yeah.
4 is on PS3 and PS4. And then PS5 only has DMC5. So it's like really people only know like older Dante, not older, not younger Dante.
Yeah.
Which he was more like how he is in that anime. But the story is complete.
Yeah.
And that's totally fine with me. It was a great, compelling story.
Yeah.
I was totally down for it.
Yeah, I mean, introduce some other characters that I'm pretty sure you don't. Obviously, you're not gonna see like the team that Lieutenant Arkham.
Yeah.
Leads.
It sucks that we didn't get to see more of their abilities.
Yeah, they were like there and then they're gone. It's just like, I want to see their abilities.
Or like why they're
why
the elite
they were
team.
there?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Their elite
And they
team
get
was like
wiped.
became the scrub team.
But another thing that people are mad about, surprise, surprise, anime fans being mad, is One Piece. People are mad about One Piece for two big reasons. The episode that just dropped, because remember they did 2, so they did
one was a recap,
recap and then one new episode for the season. That one episode adapts one chapter.
Okay, and
that people are just mad about that. Like this one episode is one chapter, and they're like, "Well, this is why the pacing is so bad for One Piece because they're doing it like this." I'm like, "What? I thought you guys wanted more detail, or like what? Like I'm not understanding why you guys are hating about one episode. I'm totally fine for that."
They're like, after Solo Leveling, they need something more quick and easy,
right?
More
and
brain
then
rotten.
Another thing that they're mad about is that there's one specific scene where Bonnie is on the ground and everyone's kind of like standing over her, and Sanji has like a cake in the back in the manga, and he is between her legs, but like at a distance. He's not like in there.
Oh, like she's over there.
Yeah, she's like up close, like in the foreground, like right here in the front. You see everyone here in the middle, and then way in the background is a little tiny Sanji in the manga putting a piece of cake, happy. No hard eyes because he's not really seeing what's going on, but he's just like happy with a cake. In the anime, he gets edited out. Sanji's not even in the picture, and people are mad about that too. Honestly, there's a lot of Sanji hate going around. Not for the anime to manga, a manga to anime representation of Sanji. A lot of things have been like scrutinized for him. So, like in the sense of like they've been doing things that happen in the manga or that don't happen in the manga and putting it in the anime. Like he gets beaten sometimes. He doesn't have like, I hate to say this, aura moments.
Let's talk about that fight that he had.
No, but like
in theaters.
But also things like happen, like they add into anime that don't happen in the manga.
Well, it's called filling that space.
Exactly, like or just doing things to add it more dynamic or something like that. But yeah, people are mad about that little edit and then the fact that it adapts one chapter. But yeah, I was just like, I mean, I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. So I don't know exactly. But if that clip is literally like a second, why do you care? I get it, you're changing art, but like it's from anime to animation. It's from manga to animation. It's like maybe it just they didn't deem it important enough to put. Sanji's an important character. I love Sanji. He's hilarious. He has 2 great backstories. So it's like, calm down, But I digress. Another thing that I thought was super interesting in the world of anime is Torotaro. Did you see that he had an interview recently?
Who's that?
Isn't he the artist for Dragon Ball Z?
Toyotaro.
Toyotaro.
You said Torotaro. Now, like I don't know.
Toyotaro.
Toyotaro, yeah.
Toyotaro.
About the art that he did. That
Yes.
he made them all the same because they're all equal
Yes.
in power.
Yes.
I
You
saw
did
that.
see that.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
That's really interesting. That's insane, though.
I don't think it's true. Even though he says I don't think it's true. There's no way.
Did you read the chapters?
I did not.
Okay.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm caught up. I'm waiting for this new.
Okay, so they are?
Yeah.
Like even Orange Piccolo.
Yes. They stand
Whoa.
toe to toe with both Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego.
That's crazy. But Broly too?
Broly's not even on his Berserk form. It's just a Super Saiyan form.
But so if that's the case, then Broly would be stronger.
What do you mean?
And he's in his Berserk form. Wouldn't he be stronger than everybody?
Well, technically, the Berserk form now it's a Super Saiyan form. He controls
Okay,
it.
so he's just in
But
Super Saiyan
because
form.
of the power, he's at that level.
Okay.
Because of his fight with Blue, Goku, and Vegeta.
Because we knew that Beast Gohan at that point was the strongest until Black Frieza came. At that point, like the first time Beast Gohan gets introduced, at that point he was the strongest.
Yes.
And then Black Frieza happens, and now he's not.
Mhm.
And then Orange Piccolo wasn't strong enough to beat Cell Max, so we deemed that Beast Gohan was stronger than Orange Piccolo.
Mm.
Right? Well, that's what I'm assuming.
Yeah, the assumption is there, but it's like.
Because who did Orange Piccolo fight? Orange Piccolo fought
Gamma 2.
Gamma 2.
Mm-hmm.
He had to go full blast on him.
Yeah, and I mean, he one punched him, and that was it.
Yeah, and then so in my mind, I'm like, there's no way Orange Piccolo is as strong as Beast Gohan.
And even Gohan, he did a few hits to Cell Max, but in the end, it was because of Piccolo's help that he was able to hit him with the special beam.
Yeah, you're correct.
If he was strong enough, he wouldn't have need that help. So that's all I'm saying.
I mean, to be fair, Gohan did take a full punch to the face and not react at all.
Exactly. So he didn't need. That was he aura farm there.
That was also untrained Gohan.
Yeah.
Like I just it's.
Well, he said he was training, just not a lot as he needs to be.
Goku and Vegeta have been busting their ass, training with an angel and a god of destruction. Who is Gohan training with, and how is he as strong as them? In equal in power.
Like Vegeta said, he's got talent to surpass them.
I agree. No, we've seen it since Cell Saga.
Mm-hmm.
We've known that he's had talent.
Yeah. So that's what makes him, also because he's a halfling, it gives him the advantage as well.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I thought it was just crazy that he said that they're in the same level. I thought that was such an insane thing to say. But they kind of have to be for what they're going into, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, do you think between this time period that they have been actually training? Like, I know we had their training fight, but that was really because Goku wanted to test Gohan.
Yeah.
But do you think they've actually been training after that?
Who knows?
I'd hope so.
Because I mean, the chapter is gonna pick up right after their battle, their training battle.
So I'm hoping that he did more training, because Gohan just needs training, And I'm happy. I think I'm the most happy that Broly's kind of gonna be more involved, because Broly was ever only just in the movie. You know what I mean? So to finally bring him more into the anime, finally, it's really cool.
It's gonna be crazy.
I can't wait for like an all-out attack on Frieza, and like him blasting through his mouth. I think it'd be super dope.
Freaking Yoni John Bosch is gonna be doing a lot of work.
Right?
Freaking Dante, Ichigo, Broly.
Also, people are mad about the voice too.
Of a Broly?
No, of Dante. Or because the voice actor is the one for Nero, and the fact that when he turns Devil Trigger, we hear Devil Trigger.
Yeah.
But apparently that's the theme for Nero when he goes into his Devil Trigger form. And they thought that was just a weird thing to do. But I was like, I mean, it's just another detail from the game that they added when he goes Devil Trigger. I mean,
also, it's not. It was Devil Trigger, but it wasn't Devil Trigger.
Yeah, exactly. It was literally like 4 seconds.
Chorus, whatever you want to call it, like a choir version of it.
So it's like, calm down.
Also, like you said, it's a young Dante.
Yeah.
So it kind of fits.
Yeah. Like who?
You want him to be, let's say his age is like 18. You want him to sound like a 50-year-old smoker,
right? Insane. Now onto movies. The movie that is taking over the world right now. Are you surprised it's taking over the world right now?
Which one?
Minecraft.
Oh, I think you're gonna say Snow White.
No, because it's not taking over the world. They're one day and gone the other.
It's the #1 movie in America.
And
with
the commercials.
1.6 rating.
That's worse than Dragon Ball Evolution.
Worse than Dragon Ball Evolution. The king finally got dethroned.
Yeah, right. But I got some numbers to run by you and some crazy controversy.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Okay, so Minecraft budgeted Its budget is $150 million.
Okay.
Its opening weekend is the biggest of any video game adaptation, and they also said one of the best PG rated movies at an open weekend of 157.
Dang.
So first weekend in America already over its
budget.
its budget.
Mm-hmm.
Worldwide, 301 million
Was it?
worldwide.
Oh, what? But worldwide.
Worldwide, and that's amazing.
Dang.
Like I know when I saw the trailer, I was like, this is going to be a bad movie. But I had to always remember that there are kid movies and those exist. And I know this was directly made for kids.
Children.
Yes. You know, Jack Black has like multiple songs. He's very exaggerated with his motions and his speech. And people, what did you tell me? It's like it's a Jack Black movie or like a.
Yeah, that's what my manager at work said.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a Jack Black movie.
Yeah. It's like a movie about Jack Black being Jack Black.
Yeah.
It's like.
Because he's like, obviously he's in the movie. He's narrating half the movie apparently. And I was like, oh, okay.
You said, but he hated.
He hated just some.
Yeah, you go.
And I was like, I wonder why.
Yeah.
But did you see in an interview? They asked him what he based his character off. He's like Macho Man.
The interviewer said that he thought it was more Jey Uso, and he was like, "Who? Oh, you mean Macho Man? Yeah, Macho Man. Yeah. I mean, when you see it and hear Macho Man, and then you go and you see the tassels and everything on the jacket, it's like, okay, I kind of do. You know, that's pretty cool. But I mean, hey, I'm happy that we have another good video game adaptation. And I've talked to 2 or 3 people from work, and they do say they approve. Like, it's not.
Yeah, like
it's not bad. It's like a 6 or 7. It's
like what my manager also was telling me. He was like, it's a good movie. Surprisingly, it's not a bad movie, and it's not gonna be like, oh, amazing movie of all time. But it is a good movie for what it is, and like obviously being targeted towards children, they're obviously enjoying it. So and it's a good movie. Obviously, if you have people that are like, I don't know, it's like
film critics, like,
they're like,
you're gonna be butthurt to be butthurt.
This is terrible.
Yeah, this is disgrace to filmmaking.
This is wrong. Nothing is correctly like how it's supposed to be in the movie. And it's like technically, you can make the world whatever you want. So.
Exactly. This is Minecraft.
Yeah.
But so I'm happy that it adds another Sonic. You know, Sonic now has a friend. Minecraft is added to that list, even though it's not the best. It is a decent video game adaptation.
Yeah.
But the craziness that's been going on as a controversy is the trend chicken jockey. Have you seen these videos of chicken jockey?
From the trailer, that's it.
No. In theaters, these are some of the things that have happened. So that scene where he's like chicken jockey, people are going nuts.
Oh yeah, I did see. I guess people in the theater they said it's chicken jockey, and then it cuts to the thing baby on the chicken, and they're like chicken jockey. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's that crazy.
Someone's like, bro, these are a bunch of 30-year-olds. Like, what's wrong with y'all?
No, I don't think they're 30-year-olds. There's no way. Because, like, I have a list of things that have happened. People are putting themselves on their shoulders. Someone brought a live chicken. They're chunking buckets of water in one clip I saw, buckets of popcorn. The cops had to get called on one theater and kick out, like, a group of kids. And then an employee also got body slammed at one point. And yeah, just like a lot of freaking things are happening, and it's crazy.
This is why we can't have nice things.
We can't, no. But I will give it its due. They're bringing a lot of people to the theater, but my God, you're causing so much work for the
workers,
the employees. Like, come on, respect your surroundings. Respect not only the people but the theater itself. You know, we're not trying to turn down the theater. You know. Because if you were in a theater that went nuts like that, oh, you would have walked out.
I would have walked out.
Oh my God, you would have been not even having it.
Yep. I've actually walked out of theater like that before.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, during high school, I went to go watch. I forgot what movie it was. I went to go watch a movie with some friends, and same thing. There was few people that were loud, and I'm like, I can't. And they're like, no, just stay. I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not doing this.
Yeah. So people, and honestly, these are like bigger reactions than like what Endgame had. But it's not in the sense of like some amazing happening.
You didn't have someone in Endgame have a freaking gauntlet and punch somebody.
This is just a trend blowing up, and it's just chicken jockey, and everyone's just going crazy. And to make it even worse, to add like fuel to the flame, the director calls the trend a true party.
A what?
A true party. and and he also said no one's gonna get hurt from popcorn.
Yeah, but the employee getting body slammed.
Yeah, yeah, like he is totally for this trend.
So if I punch him in the face, that's not gonna hurt him.
No, yeah, go to the world premiere and go punch him in the face. Chicken jockey,
Yeah, I'm gonna be
like
chicken jockey, boom, bun. You said it's fine.
1-2, 1-2.
Yeah, give him the good old 1-2-3 combo.
Yeah, it's like he's adding fuel to the flame. He's almost encouraging it, and I'm just like, dude, like, you should have been like, people are having fun, having a party. I understand, but
Do it out.
respect your surroundings, like respect the people
Do it
around
at
you.
home.
Like, if I had water dumped on me, I was like, I would have lost my mind.
I would have been livid.
I would have lost my mind. I would have called the cops. Like, I was raised better than that, and that's so many comments are like the parents' fault, blah blah blah, like all these things. It's like, yeah, if you didn't learn theater etiquette, then it's like, isn't that crazy? You didn't see any of this stuff.
No, I just saw that one,
It's
but I
crazy.
didn't
You
have
might
to
see it now because I'm talking. The phone
the
listens.
phones listen to you.
Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of chicken jockey stuff.
It's like those people that like punch somebody in the face, and if they're about to get hit, they're like, "It's a prank, it's a prank."
That's funny.
It's like, oh, just because you're doing something illegal, it's like you just say it's a prank, it's fine.
But and then one of my favorite movie news to drop is that the Oscars are adding a new category in 2027. Did you see that?
No.
The best stunt design category.
Finally.
I'm so happy.
Finally, some recognition.
Yes. Finally, it's happening.
Yeah, because these stunt coordinators, boy.
Yeah, like I don't think people understand what goes into some of these stunts.
Mm-hmm.
And to finally acknowledge those people, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy. It's something that is in every movie today. But for you, do you think it sucks that Tom Cruise exists? You don't think he's just gonna take every single one of those categories, every single stunt award?
No, I don't think so. I mean,
Don't think so?
they'll probably just pick one out of there.
Yeah, because immediately,
or whatever movies out of the time.
Immediately, my brain goes to John Wick. My brain goes to Fall Guy. My brain goes to Mission Impossible.
The Raid. I know it's not on there, but
yeah, but like those stunts, like, are great, and so much goes into it. So much thought process and like setup to get them done.
Especially if it's good choreography.
Exactly, like Jackie Chan also. How many movies can you add for Jackie Chan? Like the list would go on.
Yeah.
But it's obviously from that point, 2027 onward. So I think it's really cool. I can't wait to see what stunts they even like include.
Yeah, it's like the stuntmen are like unsung heroes.
Oh yeah,
it's like the whole the movie Fall Guy. I mean, it's like, was it the Fall Guy?
Yeah, Fall Guy.
Okay, I was like, I said it. And I was like, it's the video game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, some of the movies.
You're talking about Free Guy. Free Guy is the one you're talking about. That's what Ryan Reynolds.
No, I was thinking of the game. Fall Guys.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was like.
Okay.
That's what I was like.
I thought you were talking about the video game movie, which was Free Guy.
No. But yeah, I mean, unsung heroes. They put their bodies on the line.
Stunt people. Kudos to you. You deserve the best. You deserve more for what you do.
Yeah, being set on fire, being
punched by like actors being like, "Hey, let me punch you for real."
Well,
like
that's that like overseas.
No. I mean, Steven Seagal. I mean, a lot of people do. A lot of people do stuff. There's that bump, whatever it was called, because you watch Digital Corridor and their stuntman reacts. You'd love that show.
Yes.
So it's great. We hear so many like behind the scenes from those people and like talking about their stuff. Definitely check that out because that's really good. So I think 2 weekends ago, I don't know if you ever heard of something called CinemaCon. I think I might have mentioned to you once or twice.
Maybe.
It's just it's like 4 days. Every day is like a production or studio, and they're doing reveals of either things that are coming out in the like next month or so.
You didn't tell me, but I think the pictures you had sent me last time.
Yeah.
I think I saw it because I was like, why do I have unread messages? And I was like, oh, and it was that, but I didn't really like look into it. But
yeah, I'm not even talking about those. Those are like movies that are already announced that are coming out this year or next year. But these are ones that are also been announced that are coming out in these next few years, and I think they're interesting to talk about. Okay, so we're gonna go through all these. This is all 4 days, so it's gonna be a long one. So we have Sony, day one, or not day one. I didn't write down the days. So first, we're gonna talk about Sony. They revealed 3 things I think that you would be really interested in. One is they announced that freaking Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse is coming out and does have a date. and it is June 4th, 2027. Instead of 2020. What? Why are you laughing?
No,
Does that make you happy?
we'll see. We'll see if the shipping more doesn't do anything else.
Okay. I guess he was a little weird, but like
A little.
yeah, he's weird. He's trying to shoot a shot. You know, his shot's never gone. What other weird things has he done other than be
she's
flirty?
she's married.
Yeah, she's married now.
When she posted that marriage picture, he was like,
You know, he's just I like him and all his other stuff. That's fine.
"What other stuff has he been in?"
One of my favorite shows on Netflix is Get Down. He's shallow and fantastic. No.
No, you haven't shown it to me.
Oh, I have, but you don't remember. It's okay.
No, you haven't shown it.
It's because it's I wasn't gonna make that joke. That's okay. Another thing that got announced, the Beatles is getting a biopic. You know, like everybody else. You know, you roll your eyes. I love biopics.
No. I was like, the reason I did that is like, they waited this long
For the Beatles.
Yeah.
I mean, Michael Jackson's gonna get one here coming soon too.
Is he?
Yeah, Michael Jackson. But I told you that there's a lawsuit over the Act 3 because of that person came forward, kind of added something to the story, so I had to rewrite the Act 3.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah. But what's interesting about the Beatles biopic, it's gonna be 4 movies. Dang. Because it's gonna be one for each person. You know, Paul McCartney, like John Legend, Ringo, and George Harrison.
John Legend.
John Lennon. Yeah, John Lennon, Ringo, and George. Like all of them are getting their own movies, and they said like each movie is essentially gonna intertwine, like essentially getting pieces of the puzzle. You can get.
So you're gonna have to do is get 4 monitors and watch them all at the same time.
That'd be interesting to see. But like see how their timing was, and they did get it like almost perfectly. Cool. Really interesting. But yeah, so we're gonna get 4 movies for each one, and I think that's really interesting. You know, but this is the first time we're getting like a band one off the top of my head, right? That I can think of.
Queen.
Oh, Bohemian Rhapsody. I guess that's true.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
That's just true. That is a band, but they didn't go through each one. They only focused on
right. Straight Outta Compton. It's a group.
Oh, NWA. Yeah, you're right. Dang, you look at you. Yeah, you haven't seen any of those.
No.
But you got them. No, you got me. You got me. Do you think that's cool though? Like, what if like Yes. The only thing that came to mind is that what if OTC got a biopic, but each one of the members each member got like their own movie.
It's OCT.
OCT?
It's on company time.
Oh, okay. On company OTC. I said OTC.
Yeah.
Original Tribal Chief.
2 different things there.
Okay, OCT.
Yeah.
But if they got a biopic and each one had like their own thing,
pretty funny.
that'd be hilarious.
Yeah. I just want the one for the frictionless wipe.
That'd be really good. And then the last thing that they announced, one of the things that also they announced is Spider-Man Brand New Day. It's July 31st, 2026. Now you're thinking, what is this? What could it be? This is Tom Holland's next movie. How do you know?
Because they were already going to be making his next 3 movies.
But that's the name of the movie.
Oh, Brand New Day. Yeah, because
Brand New Day.
Literally a Brand New Day.
Because
no one knows who he is.
No, and I think
besides Spider-Man anyway.
It's gonna be really cool. And in my mind, I picture him never taking off his mask. But I know they have to because they have to pay Tom Holland.
I mean, they don't really have to.
But
I mean, they have to, yes, but he doesn't have to.
I almost want him to like never take off his mask. When he's Spider-Man, I want that thing to never come off.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? Like I want him to be as serious with it as he is in, like comics and video games. Like he never takes that thing off.
He takes off his mask in movies and comics.
Yeah, but he's serious about never really taking it off. The only time people ever saw his face in Spider-Man like live action is
because it couldn't keep his secret identity and shit.
Yeah, no, he is terrible.
He's like, hey.
Yeah, man, I'm Spider-Man.
Oh man, what show was there where they're like, don't take off your mask, don't take off your Arrow, where it was when the invasion, the crossovers. Oliver was in his like perfect world essentially, and he's getting flash memories of like his actual life, and he meets up with Diggle and Felicity. So Diggle is essentially the Green Arrow, and Oliver Queen's all like, what's going on? And obviously he's like, you're John and whatever, and he's like, how do you know my name? And he's like slowly, and Felicity's like, don't take off the hood, don't take off the hood. It's like, oh, he took off the hood. It's like, don't secret identity. You not understand.
Yeah, I think it's really funny. But yeah, that totally makes sense. Like that's what I want in this new movie. Apparently, there's gonna be a female villain.
Black Cat.
I want it
That's
to
the
be
only one I can
Silver
think of.
Sable
Uh,
because it's a whole like government coming after him. Things like that. He did really just have like a huge, you
Madam
know.
Web. You ever seen the animated show
Yeah,
where he like straight up
she's dope.
goes off on her?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I love that. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Um. Silver State would be cool, like you said. Government,
Government,
especially.
especially with what happened, at the very end of like No Way Home.
Yeah.
I can't remember if people would remember that moment. I know people would forget about Peter Parker,
Yes.
but I don't know if people remember that moment of that happening. The actual like moment of that happening.
Oh, like the portal system
Yeah,
opening?
yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Like I don't remember. I don't know if people would remember that because if people know that was Spider-Man,
Then
that's
they're gonna be
why
like,
the government will come after Spider-Man.
J. Jonah Jameson, he's a menace. He destroyed the Statue of Liberty.
I want pictures of Spider-Man. So I'm super interested to see
Where
Spider-Man being Spider-Man. Poorly paid, working at Daily Bugle.
Yeah, like the only times I always see off the mask, it's like when he's as a reporter,
Yeah,
not reporter, as a photographer.
Photographer, yeah.
And if he does take off the mask, it's like I hope it's like how Tobey Maguire was when he's like taking battle damage.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
at that point, or it's like he's trying to save someone. Andrew Garfield, where he was trying to save that kid.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, you can trust me." He takes off the mask for the kid to be like,
And he puts it on the kid.
And he puts it back on. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And then once he gets him up, he puts it back on.
And then like what I was talking about in live action, the only times that people actually saw Tobey Maguire's like face is the train scene.
Yeah, and that was the only time.
And it was beautiful because they handed it back to him, and the kid was like, "We won't say anything."
Yeah.
And it's so great. It's so good.
Yeah,
it's so
like,
good.
Instead of everybody like, oh, picture or something, no one said anything.
There was not a phone in sight in that train.
Nope.
Respected
him. Yeah, he's like, they saved his life. It's like, bro.
So I'm excited to see the next Tom Holland.
Yeah, I'm excited to see like the next adventure
and like
of
what
Spider-Man.
They do. Yeah.
Now that he's officially Spider-Man,
yes.
Spider-Man.
I can't wait. I'm super excited.
I can't wait to see that suit.
Oh my god, that suit!
How annoyed would you be? It's like we get that suit at the end of it, and then once this movie comes out, it's a completely different suit. I don't think they do it, but sometimes.
I mean, it is Sony.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know.
I mean, as long as they're in association with Marvel, I think.
You think we'll be okay?
We'll be okay. I say that, but look at all the other movies.
Yeah,
I also hate the fact that they call that the Sony Spider-Man universe, where there's no Spider-Man involved.
What do you mean?
The SSU?
Oh, you're talking about like all their villain movies and stuff, and their Spider-Man's not really.
They're
misunderstood.
Anti-heroes.
Okay. But yes, no, I get what you're saying. Mm-hmm. There's like no Spider-Man in that Spider-Man verse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
So the next studio is Lionsgate. They revealed 3 films, and I think you're interested in all 3 of them.
Saw.
One is there's a Kane spinoff. I know you don't know who we're talking about. It's Donnie Yen's character in John Wick, the blind guy.
Oh.
He's getting his own spinoff, and Donnie Yen's going to be the one to return and direct it. So we're going to get some really, really good actions. Sure.
We're going to get some Ip Man. He's going to be like, hey, stuntman, my boot, your face. Here's $20.
Like, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just a Kane spinoff. I don't know what it would do.
If it's a prequel. Well, I was going to say maybe before he's blind, but I mean,
if he can see.
He can see, but I mean, if he's been blind, technically, it's. I would like to see a prequel, essentially, like how he went into that business, essentially. Like, obviously, it was like
his upbringing,
his motivation, his upbringing. Like, why is he doing? Like, why? Obviously, there has to be like some motivation for him to be it. And then obviously in the movie, what was it for?
That was the last one, yeah, 4.
It's like his motive. At that point, it's like his family.
Essentially, it's the ballerina for Kane. Like that's kind of what you're saying. Like it is a prequel, kind of like what he was doing. Maybe interact with John Wick every once in a while because they kind of knew each other. And then where he is gets to point to 4. Kind of what you want. Yeah, and I definitely agree. I think the only thing I care for in this spinoff is just the action. Yeah, exactly. Blind guy, the whole movie being blind, I think it'd be pretty interesting.
I was also gonna say I don't think they'd make a like continuation essentially after 4 because there'd be like no point because he got freed essentially.
Yeah, he did.
But I'm like, well, there still could be issues where like, well, no, that wasn't. He didn't win fair or whatever.
It's true.
Blah, and then it's a whole thing. But whether it's a prequel or like a sequel to that universe, like you said, just Donnie Yen action. I hope it's
gonna be
one thing I'm looking
clean.
forward to. It's gonna be good.
Yeah,
So
for sure. Another thing, speaking about prequels,
Mhm.
is they are going to make an animated prequel movie to the John Wick verse,
Mm.
aka completes the impossible task, killing all his rivals in one night in order to free himself of obligation.
Oh dang! So we finally get to see
Yes, I freaking can't wait.
the
It's like Animatrix, like how they had their animated movie. Wow, I lost you. I lost you. You were deer headlights.
I
I
know
rammed you.
Animatrix, but never seen it.
Whoa, pause. What did you say?
I know Animatrix, but
Yes.
I've never seen it.
Okay. But yes, we're getting an animated movie of that final impossible task. And I'm super excited.
Yeah, when they call him the Baba Yaga.
Yes. Like, he won't have that name probably till the end of the movie. And I think that's so freaking cool. And because it's animated, they can go crazy. They can get
Do you know if he's gonna be voicing
who?
Keanu Reeves?
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be him.
But that's pretty cool. That's
right?
cool.
Because if you did a prequel movie
With him looking like he is now,
he'd be way older. He'd be way too old to do it, right?
the running limp.
Yeah, so it's like when he gets. Wait, what limp are you talking about?
When he's like just running in general.
Oh, okay.
You know that guy that always does like the parody videos.
I was thinking
like,
of that scene when he's at the Arc de Triomphe and he gets hit with the car when he's limping, and it's like super quick. Like that's what I was thinking. But yeah, like animated movie, great. I mean, finally we get to see the impossible task that he did literally one night.
You said it's Lionsgate.
They're the ones who make those movies.
No, but it's like, do you know what like animation studio they're
No,
using?
I don't think I saw more of that.
I did see someone that's making an anime that essentially had asked the people that did John Wick to essentially, whenever they're making the choreography, essentially that's his reference to the anime.
Very cool.
But people thought that he was asking them for permission, but essentially he had them work on that so he could have a reference later on.
I get that.
And I was like, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, and now you see. So it's really dope. And then the big one that was announced is that there's going to be a John Wick Chapter 5.
What?
There's going to be
it's
another
not
John Wick.
Over? What's next?
And Keanu Reeves is coming back.
Of course he is. You can't be called John Wick without.
He died at the end of 4.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. Like, I don't understand. Like, I understand Keanu Reeves' love for the fans and that he will continue to make these movies as long as we want them. But if you kill off your character, it almost defeats the purpose of them dying in the first place.
It's because he's not dead.
Explain to me that then.
Movie magic.
Movie magic. Like, yeah, but like you're shocked we're getting another John Wick. What more can there be?
Because he essentially took down another organization, but
he didn't take it down because he died.
He didn't die.
He escaped.
Yeah, he escaped.
That was his escape. He died.
He didn't die.
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Yes.
I honestly don't remember.
I'm pretty sure he died.
No, he shot that other dude. Remember?
No, I think
he shot Bill Skarsgård. Remember, he got shot, and then Bill Skarsgård was like, "Here, give it to me."
I'm pretty
sure.
He
looked at Donnie Yen and was like, "Give me the gun. Give me the gun. I'll kill him." And then he's like, "You failed." And the other guy's like, "You're an idiot." It's like, "How am I an idiot? He never fired his gun." And he's like, John Wick is all like, and kills the other guy. The other guy.
That I remember.
Yes.
But I'm pretty sure
and
he
got up and he was like, "Yeah, I'm back."
Yeah.
And then he like limps, walks away, and he lives. And then he looks at Donnie Yang's character like later on, and he's like, "Look with your daughter." And then they dab it. I don't know if they dab.
We will have to rewatch it, definitely. But yeah, I mean, I saw it. I was like, yeah. I was more excited for the animated movie, honestly.
Maybe that just falls into the same category.
No, there's no way. Wick. It's just gonna continue.
Well, isn't the ballerina called John?
But it's a prequel. Ballerina is a prequel.
No, but what's the title of it?
Ballerina, a John Wick story.
There you go. So John Wick 5 could be a John Wick story. Kane's blind as a bat.
What would you hate it if John Wick Chapter 5 wasn't about John Wick?
Yeah, because why call it John Wick?
Yeah, it's like the Continental, how it got his TV show and things like that. So it's like.
But it's not even. They don't even have the breakfast.
Okay, so next up we have the Warner Brothers. So we mentioned the Superman clip back last time. Did you end up watching it though?
No.
Okay, that's fine. We did talk about. This was something interesting. I think you would be interested in. Stupid sentence. Maggie Gyllenhaal, Jake Gyllenhaal's wife. She is directing a movie called The Bride. It's a new take on the classic story of The Bride, the Frankenstein's monster, and it's gonna star someone called Jessie Buckley. I don't know her name. I don't know who she is, and Christian Bale as the stars. So I think that's really interesting. I'm glad that we just got Nosferatu. We had the Wolfman. Now we're getting the Bride. Like I'm loving these Lionsgate OG or not Lionsgate, the OG classic monsters back on the screen. I love it. What do you think?
It's cool. I'm pretty sure Christian Bale's gonna be playing Dr. Frankenstein.
No, he's Frankenstein's monster.
Oh, so he's Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah,
the doctor.
Not the doctor.
Who's the doctor?
I don't know. Frankenstein, but Christian was playing the Frankenstein's monster. I'm super into it. I love these classic monsters. I love that the new generation gets to experience all these old ones.
Wasn't Nosferatu just like, hey, sit on that thing? Wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, apparently I need to watch it still. But apparently he is very like, yes, that like 50 Shades of Grey kind of like vampire, like bite your bottom lip kind of vampire, you know?
He's that risky.
Right. So I think that's pretty cool. I just love that the classic movies of monsters are coming back. Universal in Focus. So I didn't see it. They did talk about it. There was the first look at Wicked for Good.
What?
Wicked? The movie Wicked?
Okay.
Yes.
Is it not part 2?
That is part 2 for good.
Why didn't you say part 2?
It's like that's what part 2 is called. Wicked for Good.
So dumb. But okay.
What do you mean so dumb?
Because the first one was just called part 1. Wicked part 1.
No, it wasn't. It was called Wicked.
Yeah, Wicked part 1.
It's not part 1. It's Wicked.
It literally says Wicked, and at the bottom it says part 1.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
If I Google it, it literally just says Wicked.
No, it doesn't.
But look at that. It says, what does it say? One word. Wicked.
When you look at when you're watching the movie and they show the title card, it literally says part 1 on there.
No.
It does.
Even if it does, this is Wicked for Good.
Part 2.
The next part 2, Wicked.
That's
it's
a long
the
title.
ending part. I think no, it's actually because
okay,
I honestly couldn't tell you. I think it's that in the Broadway show. I think I could be wrong.
I wouldn't know. I really want to watch it, but
Wicked?
Yeah.
Or the Broadway show?
The Broadway show.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you cared.
I did.
Then 2 movies we did talk about last time, Megan 2 and Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yes.
But one thing that I thought was super interesting that I'm interested in. Stop doing that. Why? I'm super interested in being interested. Yeah. Jordan Peele has a new thriller coming. Did you watch? Nope.
I haven't seen any of those movies.
You haven't seen any of them?
Nope.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, no. Scratch that.
Did
he make Us?
Yes.
I've seen that one. Okay. That's the only one I've seen.
Oh, the worst of his
crazy. Okay. That's his top ones.
But this one is starring Marlon Wayne and an actor called Tyreek Withers. His face kind of looks familiar. But it's called Him. What, he is him? Is that what you're thinking?
First it's Us, and then it's him.
You think you're funny?
And then it's Nope.
Get out.
Then get out, please. Get out.
But it's a story about a college football star trying to come back from a major injury with the help of his coach. Obviously, Tyreek's the football player. The coach is Marlon Wayne. But it goes deeper than that because in the footage they showed, they said that there was a helmet-to-helmet hit that flipped the switch visually and transformed it into a lot of smashing, screaming, and blood. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Like, what if, like, it literally flips the switch and he just starts murdering? And, like, I guess the coach is going to help him out through it, maybe, because he's, like, a star player, maybe. But isn't that cool?
It's interesting.
Yeah, right? But definitely put a twist on things.
Yeah, I guess so. I really would want to watch the trailer, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you definitely need to watch the other Jordan Peele movies.
Yeah, I've only seen clips of
all of them.
Nope.
Get Out. Yes.
Nope.
Get Out and Nope.
Yeah, but Nope is the one with the alien, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and the monkey.
You actually don't know about the aliens until way later.
I thought you knew right off the bat.
Kind of, not
when
really.
When Glenn is over here, but like
that doesn't happen until way later.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, them what do you call it? The movie summarizer, summary AI videos.
Crazy.
Introduced it like pretty early. That's why. And you can't look at it.
Exactly. And then after that, Amazon MGM. Ryan Gosling is a movie for a new book. It's called Project Hail Mary. It stars Ryan Gosling befriending an alien who essentially are kind of going through their same mission where like the world's coming to an end and the people are dying. So it's like they obviously Hail Mary is like,
Yeah.
kind of what it means. And it finds an alien almost going through the same thing, and they're befriending. And apparently it's by the same author. Her name's what's her name? Andy Weir, who also wrote The Martian, which was Brad Pitt's movie.
I thought that was.
Did I say Brad Pitt?
Yeah, I thought it's
No,
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. I
Yeah.
said Brad Pitt. I wrote Brad Pitt. I meant Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Yes, Matt Damon, The Martian.
Mhm.
That movie. I love that movie, even though it doesn't really because I just messed up the main actor. But that's what I meant. Like she wrote The Martian, or they wrote The Martian. Wrote this book too. So it's just be a great time. Ryan Gosling. They said that he was perfect for the role. Are you excited for like a befriending Ryan Gosling alien movie?
Yeah, I like Ryan Gosling.
Did you watch The Martian?
No, have you seen The Martian?
I literally just said it's my favorite.
Oh, I was like, so, I mean, you could have said that, but like, I haven't watched it yet.
No, but yes, Martian's great. You need to watch that one. What is that?
He makes potatoes.
Yeah, he does with his own poop.
Yeah,
great. It's super
fertilizer.
good. The science is like there. It's. I mean, I think even
Interstellar.
What's the scientist's name? The science guy, not Bill Nye,
Nye?
not Bill Nye. Neil deGrasse Tyson said he really likes The Martian as well.
Tyson?
Yeah. Another movie. Chris Hemsworth and Halle Berry star in the next movie called Crime 101. It is based on a novella by Don Winslow. I don't know who that is. I wish they said the name of the novella, so I'd be like, okay, cool. Chris Hemsworth is jewel thief. Halle Berry is an insurance broker, and Matt Ruffalo is a detective.
Oh,
yeah, right. And apparently there's be tons of action. I mean, to be fair, it's Chris Hemsworth and Halle Berry. They both have done action movies.
Mark Ruffalo.
And Mark Ruffalo, like, I don't really. I mean, I see Mark Ruffalo doing a few action movies, but not a lot.
He's the Hulk. He does action.
Yeah, but he doesn't act like the Hulk.
Yeah,
also, he is CGI person, not him doing the thing.
Let's talk about it. Have you seen the green screen?
He was in the Hulkbuster suit, I think. So
yeah,
right.
He was also fighting Thanos in his little gray little jumpsuit.
Yeah, so I think that's really cool.
The Zodiac.
Prime 101. Next, there's going to be a live action Masters of the Universe. Nothing?
No.
You're excited for it?
No.
Because it's live action?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Who's the actor?
I don't know who he is, but his name is Nicholas Glatzine. He's playing He-Man, and then a girl named Camila Mendez Tila, which I've seen her in Euphoria. And Jared Leto is Skeletor. No?
I was gonna say he's gonna bring his laugh in from Joker because that fits. It kind of fits.
Actually, it does kind of fit more with Skeletor. I'm Skeletor.
This is gonna really
hurt. But apparently, they're gonna try all they can to keep the look and feel exactly like the old toys and the cartoon.
Cool.
Right?
Cool.
I hope they do their homework. I do want all this stuff. Now, I've heard a lot of theories about what it's gonna be. People are like, "Oh, maybe it is like literally in the universe of Masters of the Universe," or they watch or something happens to a television that bring them into the real world, which I also think would be pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yo, Skeletor.
At the same time, I wouldn't really want that though, because then it becomes a comedy at that point.
Master of the Universe is pretty funny.
The old school one's pretty funny.
Yeah, right. So like, you can really get weird with it.
Apparently, the later one that came out a few years ago, like 2-3 years ago, is also pretty funny, especially with Mark Hamill being a Skeletor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, the jokes are there. I mean, it can be a comedy. Like Last Action Hero.
Yeah.
So
I haven't seen that one actually.
It could definitely be like that. I wouldn't be mad. As long as they get the feel, the sword. Like, I want all that to be there. I don't. If it's in the world of the universe, I just hope they go too cartoony for live action, because I feel like that ends up ruining it. And I also hope they just get it right. I just literally repeated myself, but that's what I want. What would you want from Master Universe? You were a big fan of Master Universe, right?
I used to watch
Thundercats.
Well, I watched Thundercats, but I didn't watch the OG He-Man. I watched the one that came out like later in like mid 2000s.
Yeah.
He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. That's the one I know. And I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I mean that whole time period. I mean, Lion-O, He-Man, like all those toys were great toys. So
I'm just sad that the 2011 Thundercats didn't go.
And then you saw the rendition that we saw. It was crazy. I don't know what that was.
Horrific.
And then Walt Disney, they showed Avatar: Fire and Ash. They showed two clans. They showed the Ash people and the
the
Wind
blue
Traders.
people.
Yeah, Avatar. Yeah, not Last Airbender.
Yeah. Okay.
Avatar, Fire, and Ash. They revealed those two clans. I think they said that the Ash people are the antagonists and the Wind people are the help.
Interesting. Okay.
Now we've had water people. We have water. We have fire people. We have wind people. We have the Avatar: Last Airbender. It's I don't know if you've seen the comparison of the two,
No.
but it's really, really, really close.
Oh, because the first one's the Book of Water.
Yeah, like it's kind of wild that it's getting that close to Avatar: Last Airbender.
Maybe it's a prequel.
Oh yeah, like that's what leads to them.
Yeah,
that'd be crazy. But I mean, a lot of like Avatar, this movie, regardless good or bad, like it's gonna look amazing, and it's gonna make billions of dollars, and it's crazy that Avatar 1, 2, and 3 are gonna be like top grossing movies of all time. I think that's crazy to have on your like resume. Him, you know what I mean?
Was it James Cameron?
Yeah, I think so.
You should know. That's your thing.
I'm not that good. I know movies. I don't go in depth in movies. But I thought it was really cool. Another movie that got Edgar Wright is gonna make The Running Man, starring Glenn Powell, adapting a Stephen King story.
I think I heard something about that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, Edgar Wright said that Running Man was one of his favorite stories, and that he's super happy to like bring it to light. And you know, I trust Edgar Wright. Every movie he's seen, I think I've seen of his, really been top tier for me. You know, at least 8 out of 10. You know. And do you know Glenn Powell at all?
Name sounds familiar. Who is he?
The first movie that comes to mind is Hitman, but I haven't seen Hitman.
So it's that one.
Yeah, that guy.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen it in anything else that I can recall.
But yeah,
that I recall.
I mean, he looks great. I mean, I know he's funny, and I know Hitman alone is like 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10. So I've heard. Another one is a movie called Roof Man, like a roof.
A roof.
Roof.
What are you saying? Rough.
Roof.
A roof. A diamond in the rough.
Roof Man. Roof Man, directed by Derek France.
Is it Jason Statham?
Based at Channing Tatum.
It was just been funny if it was Jason.
Because another like working job. But this is based on true stories, a true event, where Channing Tatum's character is a former Army Reserve, and who's made a name for himself by stealing from McDonald's locations and hiding in the walls of Toys R Us stores. And Kristen Dunst is a woman, which Channing Tatum's character falls in love with at the Toys R Us. Isn't that a crazy like description of that movie? I had no idea what this movie was. I was like, Roof Man, okay, but like ends up falling in love at a Toy Story, and you're in the walls of the Toy Story. This woman needs some work. Toys R Us. That's a Toy Story. Toys R Us. Like this woman needs some like therapy or something. Like, why are you talking to a man behind the wall of a Toys R Us?
So what did you call the cops?
Yeah, right. So, the moment I hear someone, I'm like, hello.
It's like I don't know if they're okay, but hey, get them out.
Get them out right now. But yeah, I don't know what he was stealing or what he is, but that's a crazy story, and it's based on true events.
Interesting,
right? That's what I thought too. That's why I wrote it down. And that was my last review. That was my last announcement from CinemaCon. What was your most like things inside row? Like what top two? Just one thing. I'm testing to see if you even listen to me. Wow, that's cool.
The He-Man one for sure.
Oh,
just because bringing something like old school kind of.
I mean, the Spider-Mans are up there for me. The John Wick prequel movie.
Spider-Mans are up there, but I'm just like.
You kind of like you took a step back. You don't want to get hurt.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Once trailers start to come out,
I mean that's always been a thing for me. Like once trailers hit, like I always like to watch trailers and things like that. But only one trailer. I'm a one trailer man. Things always spoil for me. Now onto video games. Dynamic themes are back for PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
You're not excited?
I'm excited. So hopefully this is more of a step towards getting our themes back because I miss themes.
Like buying themes.
Yeah.
Like and definitely
they want to make money. They want to make money. Listen, Sony.
Tell
them. Give us themes. That's what we want. That's what I want. Because man, I have so many themes on the PS4. I can't use them no more.
And it changed everything. It changed the icons and sometimes even added music to
Yeah,
your
my
theme as
Persona
well.
5 ones. So it's like,
Yes, those are
this
your
is
favorites.
so relaxing. Sometimes I literally just turn on the PlayStation and just have it going.
Yeah, I mean, like it's just chill, great music. I mean, like themes were a way to just customize more.
And
So,
like you said, not only was it like the background music of the theme itself, but it's like the icons change. Anytime you move left or right or
mhm,
clicked on something, exit out of it, it was kind of a noise
sound effect, yeah.
from said game, and it was like that's super cool.
Mhm.
So yeah,
And we know they can do it because they just had their anniversary where every time you turned on your PlayStation, it went like it.
and then you can change
That sound, like the sound of the
yeah
icon
of
moving,
the
like
stuff
yeah, it
yeah
was
from the 1, 2, and 3 and
free.
4.
Yeah, like we know that it's possible. We know they can do it. It's like just do it.
Yeah,
Let us pay for it.
there's a market. There's literally a market there.
Yeah, that's literally a whole market.
It's like the one guy I showed you. He's like, look at this. Look at all these.
Yeah.
Like all the themes that he had. I'm like, I think we have almost not a lot, but
No,
we have a
no,
good amount.
absolutely not. But
We have a good handful.
yes, like we have a good amount of handfuls on themes on the PS4 and PS3.
Especially freaking Persona 5 Royal when it came out. Platinum it gave me 2 free themes.
A
And
great
Avatar.
that's such a great thing to do is like when you platinum a game, you get something from it, icons or
A theme or
theme.
something. Yeah,
Great,
it's
so
great.
good.
'Cause even right now, like avatars would just be good right now.
Mhm,
So just get them if you get a platinum or something.
exactly. It's almost like a trophy for yourself.
Also, I feel like some games back PS3, I think PS4 even, it's like, oh, pre-order you get a theme or avatars for
Hmm.
your
That's not a thing
PSN.
anymore.
Yeah, it's not a thing anymore. Like, losers.
But Sony is trying to make money because
They don't
they're
want to make money.
releasing Last of Us the complete.
Yeah, I was about to say it's like, oh, instead of wasting your money on this,
They're wasting their money on other
on
things.
something else that's not cool.
So
$100.
$100. $100
100 buckaroos.
for Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2.
Yeah, it's a what was it that we said? It was a HD
So
remastered of
PS3, Last of Us.
mhm,
PS4, Last of Us Remastered.
mhm.
PS5, did Last of Us 2 get? Oh, yeah, it was.
It was
Last of Us
released on PS4.
Last of Us Part 2, PS4.
Mhm.
PS5, Last of Us Part 1,
Mhm.
and Last of Us Part 2 Remastered.
Mm.
And now we're getting Last of Us Complete, pretty much the remaster of both those remasters
Yep.
together.
It's an HD remastered of a remake.
Yes.
It's an HD remake of a remastered.
That are already meant to be played on the PlayStation 5.
Yep.
Like,
And you can literally just buy it for $10. Like what you
literally.
saw on yours. It was like
You
$10
can buy
for the PS5
you can
upgrade.
buy them separately, and it'd be better. Like it'd be cheaper for you. You
Or
know,
if you had the what was it? The PS Plus
Mhm.
catalog before they got rid of
Yeah.
it. You could have honestly had at least Last of Us HD remastered.
because who I talked to you about, like when Last of Us dropped, it was probably $60, and then when it got remastered, it was on PlayStation Hits, which is like $20. That's a great, oh, it got remastered, up-resed a little bit, didn't change much, but it just got up-resed.
Well, no,
$20.
not PlayStation Hit right away. When it got released, I think it was still $60. And then later on, as time went on, it became a PlayStation Hit, which made it into $20.
So you think
Because
the remastered
remember,
happened first, and then the PlayStation Hits?
yeah, because
Okay.
remember the labels
Mhm.
has the PlayStation Hits, so then at that point they become cheaper. And then, like I said, when you got the PS5 first, obviously there weren't that many games, but they're like, hey, you had these PlayStation Hits, essentially all first party, right? Is that what they're
Yeah,
called?
yeah, yeah.
Last of Us was on there. God of War, I think it was on there. But anyway, Bloodborne exclusive
Mhm.
PlayStation exclusives were there for free at that point. But yeah, PlayStation Hits later, $20. Again, you could just buy it.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you've had a PlayStation since at least 3,
Yeah.
you've definitely played Last of Us 1.
And if you missed out, then I would not pay the $100.
No, absolutely. I mean, the story is great.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Yeah, the story on both games are great. I enjoyed both games. People are upset with the second one, but they can just look a but but yeah, the game's story was great and everything. So, but I would not pay $100 for both.
Yeah, and also it cuts out the multiplayer that first one had. It was probably one of the coolest multiplayer.
Very
there was.
interesting for sure when it
Yeah,
came out
very
on the
cool. I mean,
PS3
you were
'cause it's like
going
you
around
attach
picking up stuff,
trash.
crafting, and it was great.
But it also made you. I don't think it made you, but I think it was an option to have it with
Connect.
your Facebook.
Yes, and then you actually saw people like the more you played the multiplayer, If you lost materials. If you won, you gain materials. You could lose people, not lose people. Like, it was such an interesting.
Yeah, and if you lost, then you essentially lose.
Yeah.
And then you essentially have to restart your
Yeah.
progress again.
Yeah,
Which was interesting.
It was cool. It was definitely cool.
I didn't like it, but it was fun.
It was. I mean, we don't play multiplayer games all that much, but that was an interesting version of it. So, and then, but now it's not. It's just the single player stuff, and it's $100. And one of the things that bugged me the most is, I don't know if you've seen the cover of it.
It says The Last of Us complete, and then it's
Ellie from the first one, and Ellie is on the bottom.
Like a yin and yang almost,
Yeah.
right?
But it doesn't have Joel, which that kind of bugs me.
Well, he's not the main focus, though, of the game.
Oh, the first one? Yes, he is.
The main focus is Ellie.
She is the main reason. She is not the main focus.
That's why.
The main focus is Joel and his relationship with Ellie.
It's all about Ellie.
No,
she's the main focus of it because she's the one with the immunity.
She's not the main focus.
Yes, she is.
Now, who you play on the first one?
Joel.
I'm right.
You're wrong.
I'm right.
Because you may be playing as Joel, but still the main objective of the thing was to get Ellie to point
She's
A to point
the objective. B. She's not the main focus. I'm focusing on Joel and his.
Listen, she is literally the last of us
with
the immunity. Apparently.
And then it doesn't even matter in the second one. It's like something they introduce and completely throw away.
No, it matters in the second one.
Oh, does it? Okay, I never played the second one.
She doesn't get infected.
Well, no, duh.
But everyone hates her for it.
Wow, segregation.
That's not the correct word. Yeah, because it's Joel's fault.
Whose?
Joel's.
Yeah. I still wish that is the only thing I wish, is that last thing was a decision, so you can see both sides. To see what happens if you do accept it, and to see what happens if you don't.
Yeah, but then people would be like, which one's canon?
But then the second one comes out, and then you see which one is that.
People would be like, well, the other one's more canon.
That's true. But then you get discussion. That's fine. But yeah, $100 is crazy. I think it's insane. It looks like with this towards that, I mean, Mario Kart being like 80 to 100, this is 100. GTA is definitely going to be about 100. Like, it's just looks like where we're going.
This is the first wave of
I mean,
games.
We haven't bought a full price game in a while. I don't know what my next full price game is going to be. I don't know what your next full price game is going to be. Mine's probably going to be the collector's edition of Borderlands 4. Yours might be the maybe. Oh no, you're not doing Metal Gear's collector's edition.
Nope.
You wanted to.
I wanted to, but I could skip out on it, honestly.
Yeah, so we'll see. Maybe I'll get Doom Dark Ages. We don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot that can be. You know. So we'll see. One of the lawsuits that has been going around.
Ubisoft.
Is Ubisoft? Yes, you saw that.
You still don't own your games.
Yes, that whole ownership thing. Yeah.
And that's why people are saying physical media all the way, because you have it on you.
Well, even then, that's what I'm going to talk about. Even going physical media is what Ubisoft is talking about. So, Ubisoft has said that buying a game does not give unfettered ownership rights of a game, which means like unrestrained. You have no you're unrestrained. You have no strings attached when you buy a game. You know, it's not you just outright own that.
Yeah.
And that they only give you limited license to access the game.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
Yeah, because anytime your Wi-Fi goes out, another thing is like
you can't play it.
You got to restore your licenses because we got to make sure you technically quote unquote own
that
it.
We need to check our systems to make sure you own the game so you can play it. And I think that's crazy. And people, I saw a video that they said that it started with the crew.
Yes.
They started with the crew.
That was the I think the main one that people were talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and that it's when they shut down. They shut it down the servers because I mean it had 2 sequels already after. They're like, okay, let's shut it down. Not out of ordinary, games get shut down all the time. But it had an offline solo mode, which is one of my favorite things to do. I could drive from California, Dallas to wherever I wanted to go. Like I can go wherever I want in crew. I loved it. I've not gotten the second one. I want to, and I want to get the third one. It's just I just don't play long games like that anymore. But even though it had a solo mode, you couldn't access it. They removed it from stores, and they even removed it from people's libraries, even after they bought it. I would have been livid. Yeah. Because, I loved that game. In my opinion, the Cruise trailer was probably one of my favorite trailers, probably of all time. Like, one of my top 10 trailers, like, for a game.
Dang, it was great. More than Borderlands?
Yeah. I mean, it's up there. I said top 10. And then, yeah. And it had, and if you had it physically, obviously you put it in, error message, and access, even if you owned it physically. So it doesn't matter. It's essentially a brick at
Yeah.
that point. And there's a campaign that people started called Stop Killing Games. And it wanted companies to add at least an offline mode in case servers get shut down. Because it happens.
Yeah.
You know? Nobody plays the game anymore, and you shut down your online. I get that. But at least allow me to experience the game of a solo kind. Like another game that got shut down that I love is Evolve. I loved Evolve. You remember Evolve?
Yep.
Great. Monsters are awesome. That mechanic is cool. And let me get together, play some friends in a local Wi-Fi, because I think local would be the only way you could, because you're on the same Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense. And just do that. Have it that way. You're good. Let me experience it, because that's still a sale for you, right?
Yeah.
Even though if it's dimes or a few dollars, it's still a sale, And they agreed. It was a class action lawsuit. I lost my place. Yes. Yeah. Lawsuit. From the ones. The lawsuit came from people who couldn't play the crew after buying it, and that Ubisoft promised to at least add an offline mode to the sequel. So they're not doing anything with the crew. Crew's dead. But Crew 2 and Crew Motorfest is gonna get at least a offline mode if it ever gets their servers down. But for Ubisoft to be like, yeah, you don't own it.
Yeah, they've been saying that for years.
Yeah, and what a thing to say for Ubisoft. I mean, that is literally like their business model.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you never own what you buy. So we're physical media all the way. Cassettes, vinyls, DVDs, Blu-rays.
Anything that has a physical.
Yeah. So we can listen to it on our own terms and play it on our own terms. We don't like that they could just take it away from you.
Yeah.
Literally pull it out of your library. Like that's not right. That's not right. We spend that money. Let us keep what we have at least. That's why I like with physical movies, digital movies. If whatever app thing you use gets shut down,
it's like you said, the physical.
You lose all your movies if you do it digitally. But if you have it physically, you still have them.
Yeah.
So physical media. Go get it. Pokemon and Google have collaborated. It's super weird, but if you Google any of the 151 Pokemon, there'll be a little Pokeball at the bottom right, and you press on it, it'll catch that Pokemon, and you can catch it. It's really weird. Like, there he is. Pokeball pops up, you press it, and then he catches it. And then it will be like, oh, you caught it. You can catch all 151. It doesn't do anything for you, but you can essentially just catch all 151. I think it's kind of cool. They just had the Naruto thing, where all the shadow clones walk across. Google's trying to get into this, I guess, more interactiveness.
I guess I just felt like they've always been interactive.
Right? I mean, you could always do like weird things. You can.
Or whatever.
I think if you Google Tetris, I think it plays shows the falling blocks. I think there's a bunch. Literally, you can Google so many things that have weird things happen to the system, and I think it's interesting. But it's just one more thing.
Yeah,
that's cool. The last thing I have is that Minecraft's main theme for the game is added to the Library of Congress National Recording Registry for its cultural, historical, and aesthetic importance.
Dang.
Right? I mean, if you hear that song, so soothing. The main theme. See, you don't recognize it off the top of your head, but I know if you heard it, you would know.
Because I'm trying to think of it, and I keep going to Donkey Kong Country.
DK.
No, not that. Not
Donkey.
64.
Minecraft is so huge. The fact that it hasn't been added yet, but to be added now.
What about Pokemon?
I mean, yeah. What, you want Lavender Town?
Yeah. Now one, the I Choose You. The Pokemon
main theme song? Yeah. Johto's better.
No one likes Johto.
Yeah.
No one likes Cyndaquil anymore.
What? Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Cancel.
That's why he's not in the new game.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool. Do you not agree?
No, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. I think Minecraft definitely deserves that spot.
For sure, it does get obviously words. But no, yeah, I do acknowledge the fact that it is a huge OTC, right? The whole like how what a global phenomenon it is of like it's very popular, kids, adults, all the collaborations that it has. Like they even did a Godzilla one not so long ago. All that, all the packs, all the like
Literally
crossover,
endless.
endless, and then you got creative mode, and you have a lot of people building a bunch of stuff, cities, freaking Game of Thrones, like
People
the
made careers
castles.
out of it.
Yeah, and
And
it's really cool to see like something that started so
literally
small, so
so small.
simplistic compared to the games that was still coming out at the time. Like obviously like games like Halo, Gears of War, games like that, and then you have like a very simplistic looking whatever
Block
bit
a
block,
game.
yeah, blocking game that looks like old school retro like look, and for it to be and for it to be like at first obviously people are like, oh, whatever, and then you get to like creative, they add creative, and it just blows up.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool that it's you know it deserves for sure like everything it's getting for sure.
And then hearing that main theme, you can sleep to that main theme. That's such a nice,
That's why I
soothing.
was like I don't like it, because if I'm already tired and I load that game up, I mostly pass out. I'm like, I can't do this. And
But
then even in the world itself, it's like it's still playing calming music. So it's
mhm.
like even after you're being like that creeper's about to blow up on you.
Yeah. Dun, dun. You're like, yeah, it's gonna
It's like
put you.
creep. Oh man.
But it definitely deserves it,
Mhm.
and it's rightfully so to be there.
Yeah.
I kind of want to look to see what other like game themes are like added
Oh,
to
to
that
the thing.
registry. Yeah, it'd be
Oh, to
interesting to
the
see.
rich. Okay, I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
you were talking about like what other collabs on the Minecraft thing.
No, 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 no. There's thousands, literally. Fortnite eats your heart out. Like, and Minecraft also lets you make your own too. Like,
Did
so
it?
yeah,
Hmm.
you could design your own and then download it and then put it on your skin.
Well, I mean PC. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can. I mean, with the Java update, I'm pretty sure
Well,
you could
yeah, I'm pretty
probably do
sure
the same
now you
thing.
can do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
because I
wouldn't.
remember when I first started playing on the PC, it was when Attack on Titan was out,
Hmm.
so I had an Eren Jaeger skin, and I also
I
had the maneuver gear on there as well.
Oh yeah, that was a
And it-
thing.
I was like,
I had. I think my first one was. Well, I think honestly, my memory of Minecraft. I think it might have been one of my first torrented games I did. Like my first like downloaded games ever.
mm-hmm.
I think that's a crazy thing to think about. That was ages ago. But I think my first skin was Dead Space Isaac Clarke, Dead Space 2.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I think that was my first skin.
it was fun.
I think
I
I
also
don't.
didn't have internet access at the time, so whenever I was able to actually access to buy it,
Mhm.
I was just playing offline because I didn't understand how servers and stuff worked.
Also, it was interesting because you also bought through Minecraft, not Steam or anything
Yeah, it
else.
was from Mojang.
Yeah, Mojang. Yeah, I thought that was also interesting.
Yeah,
Not anymore,
not anymore. Yeah, now
but
it's like integrated in there,
yeah,
but
but it's just awesome.
mhm.
Minecraft, literally, I think anyone, if you're a you know Minecraft, like Minecraft is so huge.
Also, the times that it was like I don't know if it was me or you or like our friend go into creative and we just be building random things.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
I made
you've
the
built
Powerpuff
so many
Girls,
pixel art, like,
like the Powerpuff Girls house,
mhm,
like some of the pixel art. Yeah, it's very time consuming, but once everything is done, it's like awesome. It's like drawing. It's
yeah,
like once the process is done,
satisfying.
yeah, it's like, cool.
You
I
ever
did
want
that.
to platinum the game again?
I was trying to go for it last year, like to do it before the end of the year,
Hmm.
but man, there's so much stuff on there now.
But it's not the main. It's not the main. I think for me, the hardest trophy is to get all the biomes. I think that's the hardest one.
Well, that now it's like I for everything is like different.
It's a lot
So it's
now. It's a lot.
it's not complicated, but it's complicated when
No,
you
it
don't
is.
know what the changes are.
Like I remember, I knew that thing to the T. Like, but like before, underground only had like four things. It was coal, iron, gold, and diamond. Like that
Mhm.
was it. Now there's like so much stuff.
Yeah, like sapphire. No, not sapphire.
I mean, even lapis lazuli was
Lapis.
added way later. Redstones, like there was so much. Now it's crazy. I
Yeah,
don't know anything.
yeah. Like obviously console made it easier where you didn't need to put the stuff where it
Uh
needs to be
huh.
to craft it. So that's very interesting. But yeah, I was playing it like last year, and I was like, there's a few things that I remember what the materials are, and it's like, why can't I craft this? And I'll go to it, it's like, why is there an additional or something else
Another
swap
step.
for it? Yeah, and I was like, what the heck? So yeah, it's really interesting that they changed a lot. It's for sure changed a lot, but some of the things I just don't like. But
But it's okay.
it is what it is.
Things evolve, and we gotta evolve with it.
Quack. Yeah, like them dire wolves.
Yeah, right. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, you are a true nerd, and thank you so much for your love and support. We love you. And you want to follow us on our other social medias, there's our link tree in our bio and description. Give us a like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Latest.
See ya.